everybody. I want to welcome you to our first annual PIP'N Ain't Easy Forex Bootcamp. I am Tosha Laser, and I'm super excited to be hosting this with you all over these past 5 days. We are about to embark on a journey, an exhilarating journey of our financial empowerment. We're about to dive into this captivating world of the Forex trading market. This bootcamp is designed to be your compass through the complexities of the foreign exchange market. And we're offering a concise and super educational experience, y'all. So I hope you have your notes, your pen pads, your books, your iPhones out, whatever you need to prepare to unlock the secrets, because we're about to give you some success behind trading as we guide you through these essential strategies with risk management techniques and fundamental principles that'll shape the Forex landscape for you. It's going to be led by the best of the best. Each session is tailored to ensure that you're not only going to grasp the intricacies of the Forex market, but you're also going to gain the confidence to navigate it with finesse. Okay? So, fasten your seatbelts. This is not just a boot camp. It is a pathway to financial enlightenment. So with that said, let's bring out our first guest. I want to give a warm welcome to a resilient force hailing from the south side of Chicago. We're going to give a warm welcome to a resilient force hailing from the south side of Chicago. This king has not only triumphed over adversity, but has also become a guiding light in the realm of Forex. Armed with wealth of experience and a commitment to making financial education accessible, he will simplify the intricacies of Forex, ensuring that all individuals from all walks of life can and will have confidence in navigating this world of currency trading. Get ready to absorb invaluable insights of somebody who understands the struggles of the South Side and is now determined to share the keys to financial success. Welcome my co-host and my brother, Mr.Peden, CEO. Let's
go! Gang. I appreciate that edification. That was amazing. Now let's get this thing rolling. Yes, man, this is your boy, Mr.Peden, man. I'm super excited to be here. We put this together because, you know, at the top of the year, you really just want to kind of re-lock in and kind of focus. You know, you kind of got a lot of family around right now. So it's a beautiful thing. Shout out to Gordon, man. He brought the whole city with him. You feel me? Everybody else that's locked in, that's what's up. Tosh, if you could blast the chats, let them know we live. And we about to get this thing rolling, man. For myself, I'm just grateful to God that I'm able and capable of just being in this opportunity to pour into you guys and just give you some information and be a part of actually putting this together so we can just pour into our people, right? Because when I first got started, it was big, it was huge. You know, everybody got together, everybody threw events, everybody got it rolling. So this is just want to bring that energy back to this space, right? And hopefully we can build together and leverage each other for the greater good. So yeah, I'm gonna go over basics. Let's throw a chat. If you already trade, know the basics. I don't want to waste nobody's time. So if you already know the basics, let me get a 1 in the chat. Let me just get a 1 if you know what the foreign exchange market is. Okay. I need a few more ones. We got about 60, 70 people on the call. Let me get some. Okay, so you already know where we at. All right, cool. Because I want to know where to start. I don't want to get to talking about stuff like now I already know what support and resistance is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be real intentional, but I want to be internal. All right, eternal. Okay, so we're going to roll. All right, cool. Everybody know what it is. Everybody know the foreign exchange market is short for Forex, right? We got Forex, we got foreign exchange. We basically change the currencies. We are buying and selling one for the opposite, right? Okay, let me see. What else? How many people already have a broker account? So if you have a broker account with Sway Markets, you know, we rocking with Sway. All right, throw 1 in the chat. If you already locked in with a broker and you know how brokers work, right? Now I'll give you some information on how to research a broker and how to do your due diligence on finding a home for a broker. It's definitely something I'm going to get into as well. Okay, everybody know what a broker does. All right, so he's the one that basically gets your bag. He's the middleman to the plug, right? So the plug is the market. Us, we're just customers, consumers wanting to trade in the market. And what we want to do is we want to get in this market. And how we get in this market is we need a broker. Just like stock market, you need a Charles Schwab, a Robinhood, et cetera, in order to perform in these markets. Okay. All right. What else? Let me go ahead and just start with doing your research. Okay. So when you're doing your research for a broker, all right, you want to make sure you use this platform, right? It's called Wiki FX. All right. So I'll throw it in the chat. And you'll be able to do your research on any and every broker that's out here in the world. All right. You'll be able to put in some information and it will show you exactly what's going on with that broker. Is it regulated? Is it not regulated? Right? Do they got good retention on customers? Are the customers staying or are they coming and leaving? Right? Do they secure your bag? Do they pay out? Those are things you definitely want to know when it comes to a broker. Hey, sis, make me host one more time so I can share my screen. All right. So you definitely want to know these things before you lock in with a broker. Okay. You want to make sure that they're not going to run off with your bag. Because let me tell you, I have some experiences where I've been robbed blind. And I'm sure if you're in my network and you're on this call, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's very important you do your research when it comes to these brokers. All right. All right. So.
Okay, I'm in. I forgot to put my name in there though.
I know it's a button I gotta push to just mute everybody on the walk-in. Let me see. All right. Yeah. Right. Share my screen real quick. I should be live. All right, there we go. Okay. So when it comes to brokers, right? We want to look up Wiki FX. Okay, Wiki FX is a platform that gives you all the information on the broker. It's regulated. Just throw a broker in the chat. Let me give you an example. Throw a broker in the chat right now. Any broker, old broker, you used to mess with a broker. Just any message in the chat. Give me anything. What was something popping? Hugo's way. Look, boom, knew that was gonna pop up. Hugo's way. Let's see. Oh, I put Hugo's. We got Eagle FX. We got, okay, cool. So Hugo's way is boom. It's unregulated, right? No regulation. We see that right now. Now, this is something you definitely want to do when you're doing your research on a broker, regardless of who it is. Now, we rocking with Sway, but at the end of the day, it's the information and the education that's going to elevate you to take you to that destination, okay? So understand, you have to do your research regardless of what anybody telling you. You want to make sure you're doing your own research to make sure that you are securing your bag and your kids' future, or whatever the case may be. Whatever your purpose, your why, whatever. Do your own research. Now, it's good if it's coming from a great source, right? We understand that, a lot of this information is coming from someone else. We learn you wouldn't have been able to walk if someone didn't teach you. So we learn from each other, right? Each one teach one, build each other up, elevate, leverage each other for the greater good. But it's still up to you to at least go do the research. So if someone say, hey man, go try this restaurant out, it's bomb. Just the name of it. Now you didn't go there. You didn't go straight there. You probably went on Yelp. You probably checked out the restaurants. Let me look at a couple of reviews. I was in a Sam Club today. My sister was talking about reviews, right? Like, yeah, we all read the reviews, but at the same time, it's the same thing. You have to go do your research and make sure where you putting your money, right, is a safe place. Somebody said KOT. Let's see. Right. This is a good platform to just do your research. Okay, let's get into it. Let's see what they got going on. Now, I know they just got kicked off of something over there in St. Vincent Grenadine. Now, St. Vincent Grenadine is a tricky situation, but like I said, you have to do your research. All right. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Doing your research and making sure wherever you put your money is a safe place to put your money. You don't want to get on here and just start throwing your money in random places and not knowing, at least, can I get in contact with whomever's involved with this particular situation? Who can I speak to? Can I get a hold of customer service? Is it a customer service? If I'm talking to an AI system, that all matters when you are selecting a broker or just doing a relationship with any type of business entity that involves your bag. All right. So I want you guys to know that for sure. Okay. So also, when it comes to sway charts, you guys, how many people use sway charts? Let's throw that in the chat. And then I'm gonna get into some Forex stuff. All right. I'm gonna give y'all a quick little gem. It seemed like everybody know the basics about the foreign exchange market, as far as, you know, I'll still show you my spiel. I was gonna go into all this, but y'all know this. Y'all know this. I'm not about to waste your time. All right. Y'all know these things. We're advanced here. What's a pit? What's the lifestyle? We know these things. Okay. So I'm not gonna waste your time when it comes to things like that. I'll give you some sauce because I already know you already ready. If you're ready, I'm gonna give you what I got. All right. So we're gonna run an audible, but I need you to know how to at least work sway charts. All right. So if you have a sway charts account, I'm gonna just go through this real brief, and I'm gonna give you guys some sauce. I'm gonna give you a quick. I'm gonna show you how I trade. I ain't gonna lie. I like how I trade. It's real easy and it's super simple. But right now, sway charts. So if you just hop on this platform, all right. First of all, if you're having trouble signing in, okay, that's an issue as well. If you're having trouble signing in, you can easily reset your password. Okay, you can easily reset your password. It's not hard at all to do. Okay, and I can show you right now. All right, so I'm gonna log in and I'm gonna show you exactly how to change your password real quick. If you never had one, if you didn't get the email, etc., etc. All right. Now don't be, all in my business now. I'm about to share my screen and things. Now let me get my email, this two-step verification. Okay, here we go, here we go. Okay. So now, once you're in your account, right? Here's your wallet. Here's everything on the side. This is everything you need to get populated with, okay? All right, I got a few demo accounts, and I just made a withdrawal personally, so don't judge me on my account balances. I got kids, okay? All right, so basically, this is what you want to do. So once you open an account, let me show you real quick. We will go through the whole step. We go to account, we go open up a real account, and we go create account, right? We go USD, buy, terms and conditions, create account. Boom. So now the account has been created. You'll get a message right here in your notification to say it's successfully created, right? So now when you go back to accounts, you'll see that you have a new account, which is number 8. So if you never had account 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this was the last one recreated. So what I want to do is I want to click this account. Once I click this account, I can go right here to change password, right? Right here. Boom. Go to change password. And now I can put whatever I want in here. I can put Go Fish. I can put my kid's birthday, whatever I want to put. You change the password, you lock it in, right? Now, when you go back to Sway Charts and you actually sign in, let's close this out and sign back in. And you actually sign in, this is what it's going to look like. All right. Now, me, I downloaded it to my desk, but your username is, what did I just do? Your username is just your email that you actually have locked in with Sway Markets. So your username is just your email. Is super basic. So whatever email you get your emails from, just put that in right here. All right, and then your password. All right, and you log in. By whatever you just changed your password to, it'll work just like that. Okay, so as soon as you open it, the first screen you're gonna see, because it happens to me every time, is this Apple screen. All right, you can move these grids, you can change all this information, you can move all this just by going to chart settings right here. Because the first thing I seen was a whole bunch of too much stuff. All right, so chart screen right here, you can just take out your grid, vertical grid, right? You can move all this stuff, watermark, boom. And now you still got this volume at the bottom, so you just go to data, volume, it's out of there. Now, if you want to customize your candles, you just go to colors. Colors, you got the bullish body, right? Let's change everything black. All right, bullish, bearish body, boom. And you can change the outline if you want as well. All right, so that's one way you can customize. Now, if you want to go to the back screen, you can go light mode or dark mode, simple like that. All right. Also, as far as your watch list and bringing up pairs, so this is your chart, but this plus sign right here brings up this list of things right here. So you got your watch list, right? You got your orders, whatever the case may be. You can create your own list as well. And I got a video, I can send that to you guys. You can check that out. But this is a public list. All right. Boom, this is a public list. You can pick anything on this chart list. So let's just go to Forex, and it brings up everything that's Forex related, right? But now if I wanted to create my own list, I would come over here and I would go create my list. And we're gonna go boot camp. Boot camp, bam. So we save the list. Boot camp's our list. Now we want to add to this list. So now when we come over here, we definitely trade gold. All right. And then we just click. Now we just creating our own list. So now anytime we go to boot camp, we got a list. All right. You go to boot camp, you got a list. All right. So let's say we definitely trading US 30. You feel me? We need that bag. Boom. Let's put that on our list. What else? What else? What else we like? What else we like? Throw it in the chat. We definitely like Nas. I know a lot of people trade Nas. They be in their bag. All right. And I'll pick one me. Okay, gold in there already. You just a little too late, but I'm on point with you. Let's go with Euro USD. All right, boom. So let's just throw these in the chat. So now we created a list. This is our boot camp list right here. Bam. Oh, we got a GBP in there. Let's just throw it in there just because I just seen it. Let's go GBP. Go GU. I like GCAD. I ain't gonna lie. All right, bet. So now this is our list. Boom. So this list is locked in. So now that we have this, you know, we can click on this and we can go to charts. Well, are we about to sell something? Hold on. Now that's something you can do as well. You don't even have to do nothing. You see where price at, you can just click this button and get in the trade without looking at the chart or anything. Right? And then right here's your protection, your stop loss, your take profit. Right? All you have to do is click on buy or sell, and it pops right up. Your lot size is here. You can adjust it. And the cool thing about it is it shows you how much money you can potentially make. All right, so let's say if we put in, let's pull up, what is this? So, so on the chart. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go with just putting in let's just say we want, my homegirl just sent out a buy on gold. This on the 1 minute, we'll be all day. All right, bam. This is where you change your time frame, 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute. And you know what the other beautiful thing about this is? What I love about Sway Charts is you're able to request something as a customer. It's a platform you can request something. Listen, I'm gonna give you all the stuff. I'm not about to play with you. Hold on. Let's go ahead and go through here. Don't worry about me, sweetheart. I'm gonna give y'all everything. All right. Okay, where is that? Bam, link right here. Copy link. Now, if you guys want to actually put in a request, like, you know what? I want to see this. I want to see this on the charts. I want to see that on the chart. Whatever your request is that you might want to do, right? You can request it right there on that platform. So if you want to be able to change the days, because that's something I wanted as well. I wanted to also be able to put in a trailing stop. So that's something I put in as well. So that link right there, I just threw in the chat. Feel free to go to that platform and say, hey, I love the platform, but this is what I would add. Or I don't love the platform, this is what I want to see. Whatever your mindset is or whatever your thoughts is, just please take it there and share that information. All right. So now back to trading. Okay. So once you're locked in, boom, you want to place a trade, you got your boom, say we want to sell. Right. So once we put in this sell, you can either hit the button right now and it can get you in, right? Or you can set your parameters right here. So say price is currently at 2022. So say I want to put my stop loss at 2025, which is about 30 pips. I want to put my take profit at 2000. Right? Okay, so right there, it shows you the potentials of your profit, right? This is how much you're willing to lose opposed to how much you're willing to gain on that particular trade. So it breaks down everything and boom, you just hit the button. The order gets placed and now it shows you your take profit and your coordinates or whatever the case may be. It's super simple, right? What else can I show you? It shows you your position. So now that I'm in this trade, bam, this is my position here. Now, if I want to close it out or take partials, this is big. So make sure you pay attention. This is super big, okay? So what you need to do is make sure one-click trade is off, right? So we're going to hit another buy. Just get in so I can give you an example. Okay, so now, if you just got one-click trading on and you hit this X button, it's just going to close out the trade completely, right? But if you have this one-click trading off and you hit this X, now you have the option to take partials because you can just come here and you can take half of your gains, whatever percentage you want to take off of this, you'll be able to just take that, no problem, right? And then you can close the position. So if that's something you didn't know, now you know. And that was big for me because I wanted to take partials because I'm a partial taking MF, right? I like to take partial. I like to secure back to the best of my ability every chance I get. Okay, so boom. That's how you would take partials on that. Now, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit because I want to show y'all some quick game on the actual trading technique. But this next guest we got is a beast. So I don't want to waste his time because he got a little bit more sauce than me. But at the end of the day, you know, when you put it all in the pot, it's some good gumbo. Okay. So what I want to show you guys is I want to answer a few questions really quick on sway charts. So if you have a question right now, please send it in the chat, and then one of my hosts will basically give us the question. Okay, so if we already got a couple questions, please let me know as well. Tosh, you with me?
Yes, we do have a question in the chat. Thank you so much for the valuable information you have already been giving us. Drop some fire in the chat. Thank you, thank you. So we do have a question. How do you set a trailing stop?
Boom. I'm glad you asked that because that's something I had to request. But what I will show you is how to set a pending order. Now, I can't tell you about a trailing stop because we don't got them yet. I just went to the website that I sent to you guys and I requested it myself because I want a trailing stop myself. But the cool thing is you can't just take this and you can move it to wherever you want to move it as far as your stop loss. So if you're in profit and you want to move this up, you can move it up and then boom, you just modify it. Bow. You want to move it down, boom, you just modify it. Bow. That's it. So now, even if you want to put in the pending order, you come here, hit this plus sign right here on price, and now it say limit, sell limit, or buy stop. So now, what you got to do is you hit sell limit. Say you want sell limit. Just because it say sell limit don't mean you can't hit buy limit, because once this open up, it gives you the option to set a sell limit or buy limit, right? And it's the same thing. You set it. Here's your price where you want to actually enter. Here's your protection, stop loss, take profit, pow, put it in, lock it in. Matter of fact, let's do it right now. And let me show you how you can do it without this, right? So we set our pin, we go ahead and set it up right here, sell limit, and then we want it right there because we didn't even look at price. We just seen that this was a place we wanted to do it because we marked up our markup. As you can see right here, boom. You can go ahead over here, take a price line, like, you know what? Right about there, I want to get my sell limit in. And you go ahead, hit right here, this plus sign, pow, sell limit, and you just put order. Right now, you can go ahead, come here, click it, and you can add your stop loss. Okay, cool. I want it about right here. Buy. Boom. Come right here. Set it, take profit. I want it about right here. Risk reward looks good. Take it to whatever price you want to take it at. Boom. You can adjust it in here if you like. If you don't like the numbers, because I like my numbers to look good. I don't like 22 throughout 2,654. If it do, it's gonna be 2,744. It got to make sense for me. I don't know how you do it, but it has to make sense for me when I'm putting my orders in, when I'm actually getting it across, and I'm setting my pending orders. I like my numbers to make sense to me, right? So you can make that make sense right up in here. You can change however you see fit, and then boom, set it. So that's a sell limit, and that's a buy limit, and you do the same thing with your buy stop and your sell stop. Same exact thing, family. All right, one more question, and then I'm gonna give y'all some sauce. Talk to me, sis.
Actually, we have to.
Let's get it.
Okay. How do you I think they want to set up their demo account.
Boom. I think I just did that, but that's cool. First thing you want to do is go to swaymarkets.com, right? If you don't, first you get up with whoever told you about Sway, you get your affiliate link, right? And then you plug in. Once you sign up with that and you want to actually open your demo account, you just go, once you logged in, this is your back office, you go to accounts, and it gives you two options, real and then demo. Demo, same thing. Come right here, open up an ECN, pick your currency, create. Boom, you want to deposit however much money you want to put in there. It doubles up. For some reason, it doubles up. So watch this. Let's just say I put 2,000. I put $2,000 in here, right? For some reason, I don't know, it doubles up on me. Maybe they fixed it. All right, so now when I go to my demo account, oh, it worked out fine. Boom, they must have fixed the glitch. So now it's 2,000. So now, even if you do, you click here, you can still, where it go? Let me see if you can change your, nope, it has to be, okay, password right here. Here it is right here. Okay, bam. So you can do the same thing on demo, change your password. And now this password will let you into Sway charts in that on that front, right? On that front picture, on the front login. All you need is your email that you signed up with Sway Markets. All you need is your email. And then all you need is whatever password you created, right? Because if you didn't get that email that they sent out when they switched over to the newer platform, to Sway Charts, you didn't see that email, is caught up in junk, whatever the case may be. This is a way you can bypass that by changing the password yourself on that one account. So once you change it on one, you don't have to change it on other ones because now all your accounts is here. Boom. You can just come in here and you can click and you can change for whatever account, whichever one you want, whichever account. So let's go to the one we just created with the two bands in it. We just switched over straight to it. And you, bam, there go our 2 racks we can trade right now. So that's how it works. I hope that was good.
Yes, and I hope y'all took notes. Yes, take notes, okay? Write it all down so you can utilize this valuable information. Did you already talk about how to set alerts?
Set alerts, okay. Set alerts. If I'm not mistaken, that's a good one. Let me see. I might have to look for this one. Oh, boom, alerts. Go to tools, go to alerts, right? Create alert. So I'm learning this right now. All right. So what you do is you come in here, you put in your symbol, XAU, I believe. Boom. It's working for me. Then boom, this is your bid price, bid or ask. Okay, so we want it above or below. Okay, cool. And then this is your price right here, and where price at right now. Let's see. I think it's like 22. Let's put alert at 20, 23. Let's see if we can get it to go on. Okay, cool. Option description. Let's go with sell zone. All right, let's see if we can create this real quick. Pow. Okay. So we have an alert set. Don't know what it sounds like when it go off. This is the first time I've ever created one. But you go to tools and you go to alert. And you also got your trading journal, your dashboard, your watch list. This is all in your tools and your account as well. This is your positions, your order history, your trading history. Everything's right here. Excuse me, at the top of this dashboard. And position shows you your trades and what you're actually in. And the dashboard basically tells you all the information on how good or bad you were as a trader. Okay. All right. Sis, you got something else for me?
Yes, last question. For persons or beginners who have gone through some demo activities and now want to start their real trades, what's your best advice?
Put some money in your account and hit the button. Run the play.
Let's go.
Put some money in your account.
Just straight to it.
And run the play. It's really nothing else to do. Stick to your guns. Make sure you have, like me, I have a list on my wall of everything that I need to see. Right. So once I see a few things, my check off list. So I got 6 things on my list. But if I got at least 3, I might take the trade. 4, I'm definitely taking the trade. 5, we might over leverage strategically. Okay. So my thing is just stick to your guns, stay disciplined to your trading plan, put some money in your account, hit the button. That's it. A lot of us scared to hit the button, but I feel like that's sometimes hindering ourselves. We just gotta bye-bye and then let it play out. And once it's playing, some people get a little bit jittery with the bag because it's their bag and it's not a demo account. I want you to treat your account like a demo account. Treat it like a video game. How much money can you make in your account? Don't worry about it. Never trade nothing you actually need because that's bad. Never trade nothing you need. Okay,
I just want you to click on where
never
it says
trade
open in web
I've been
browser.
there. I've traded it. I've did some
Or either
crazy things. You know what I'm saying? I've lost a lot of bags. I can't lie to you. So my biggest advice is just, you're going to lose. But how much are you going to lose? That's why your risk reward is very important. Make sure what you're risking is definitely not as much as you're willing to gain. And I recommend your drawdown. Pay attention to your drawdown, family. You know, if you're in a $500 account, $1,000 account, you shouldn't be more than 10 to 20% in drawdown, right? Which is basically $100 to $200 in pullbacks. You know, that's what's making me a better trader today is me, myself, paying attention to my drawdown and respecting my account. So other than that, you just got to run the play, baby girl or baby boy. So that's pretty much it. No more questions. What I'm going to do is Calvin here? Is Calvin in the building? Just give me a hootie hoo if you're in the building. Yep, I see you. Don't even worry about it. I see you. All right. I don't want to waste y'all time, but I'm going to give y'all some quick sauce, and I'm going to give it to my boy Calvin. He's basically the EA man. I can't edify him enough on what he does and what he brings to the table as an individual. But I'm going to give y'all some quick sauce real quick on TradingView.
Sir. You are a guest this time. He is so used to being the host. You are a guest, and we are so grateful for your information. Okay. I got you, King. Okay. You are a guest on this one. He is.
All right, let me just go ahead real quick. I'm gonna show y'all some quick sauce. So I trade off order blocks. I love order blocks. I'm gonna give y'all some quick game, then I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give it over. It's gonna take me 2 minutes real quick. So I like to look at the monthly and work my way down to a smaller time frame. All right. So the bigger the time frame, the bigger the move. But I like to start on just to get a visual of what's going on. The weekly, I kind of see, what I'm going to see. But me personally, I'm looking at order blocks. Okay. I'm looking at order blocks on the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and every time frame that's actually coming. So even here, right here. So for instance, let me see if we can go back in history. Okay. So this right here is a zone I have marked up. This right here is a bullish engulfing candle, and we got it marked up. So what I do is I take this zone and I bust it down to a smaller time frame, every time frame, the daily, the 4 hour, the 15, all the way down to maybe the 5 minute. And I'm looking for the same thing. I'm looking for a lot of imbalance, right? And I'm looking for engulfing zone. And in this zone, I'm looking to place my entry somewhere around this particular area. So me, I like to see price bounce off of these zones, these order blocks right here. So boom, I would love to see price come bounce off of this. And this is what I would do as far as running the play for myself. All right, let's go along. My setup will be something like this. All right, and I'm just doing this quick to give you a version, but I'm busting this down to the smallest time frame possible, and I'm looking for the same engulfing zone in the same area in that same zone that I got marked up, right? And this is the play I'm looking for. My risk to reward would look something like that. It would below this, below the previous low. Whatever time frame I'm trading on that I want to see move, that's what time frame I'm setting it up, and I'm going to the smallest time frame to find my entry. All right. Now, as you can see, if we kind of go back to where history is now, you see price came down here and did exactly what? It bounced off this zone, off of that engulfing zone, and it, boom, it respected this level, sniped us in, and it still ain't came back. Right? So that's what I look for. Hopefully that was helpful. And I'm your boy, Mr. P. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the boot camp. I'm going to go ahead and give it back to my sis, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. Peace.
Let's go. Let's go. Everybody drop fire in the chat for Mr.Peden CEO. That information was valuable, valuable, valuable. Where's the fire? Where's the fire? Let me get that energy, y'all. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. Up next, we have a true trailblazer in this world of Forex who's ventured into markets long before the hype took hold. With an unparalleled commitment to the craft, he has not only mastered the art of manual trading, but has also emerged as a pioneer in developing cutting-edge expert advisor technology. While some might just be catching up to the Forex wave, this king stands as a seasoned expert who has navigated the markets, ebbs and flows with finesse. Okay, so their manual trading prowess is matched only by the sophistication of their EA technology, setting new standards for efficiency and precision in the trading landscape. Today, we invite you to develop in the wisdom gained through years of hands-on experience, both manually and technologically. Please be prepared to be inspired by someone who has not only adapted to change, but has also become a driving force behind it. Welcome to the exclusive opportunity to learn from a true Forex pioneer, Mr. Calvin Fraser. Everybody, drop some fire in the chat. Let's go.
Yo, that edification was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy good. Oh man.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
Hey, I need that. I need you when I'm on stage, for real, for real. I need that.
I got you every time. From our last interview to now, I told you, you truly inspire and you already have all the sauce they need. So like I always say, if you have your pens and pads, get them ready when you want to miss, okay?
Most definitely. I appreciate you. I appreciate hopping onto this boot camp. Everybody drop a 777 in this chat if you're ready for some information. Of course, my information will be a little bit more intimate. I'm not going to be able to share my screen today, but I'm going to give you guys some advice and some information, and of course, some exclusive access to be able to involve yourself when it comes down to expert advisors and everything. I don't know if Mr. Peden has something he wants to say. Okay. All right, cool. So first and foremost, I know a lot of you don't know me, but my name is Calvin Fraser, born and raised in Bronx, New York. I live up north and I moved all the way down south, lived in Atlanta, Georgia, lived in Tallahassee, Florida, went to school at FAMU. And of course, currently now I'm in Houston, Texas. And I got involved in the Forex space in 2015. I got in the crypto space in 2016. So I was an individual that was interested in understanding how can I make money in the markets to provide for my family. So I wasn't an individual that came into this space wanting to be a master trader or anything, but I came into this space wanting to be able to understand the skill set and be able to make money out of their matrix, like what I like to call it. So when it came down to understanding Forex, I wanted to be somewhat simple and not too complex. I know a lot of individuals want to be able to learn different strategies and certain things, but the biggest strategy that I learned was price action, supply and demand. And when I started to understand supply and demand, I started to pick my favorite pairs when it comes down to me trading, price action, right? And that's when I got involved into the London session markets by trading GBP pairs, right? I know a lot of people like GU. I trade GU, but I got away from that and I went over to GBP AUD, GBP CAD, and GBP NZD. And I started to trade those 3 pairs when it came down to the London session because the price action was good for me on London session. And then I got involved into gold when it came down to New York session. So I had my 4 pairs. When I first started to learn in the Forex industry, my mentor told me that you want to learn 4 pairs and master, because at the end of the day, if you're looking at charts constantly, you'll be able to see the price action. When you want to look at what the market's going to do, look left, right? And that was the biggest advice that I was always getting when it comes down to trading support and resistance, because you always want to look left. Where was the higher highs? Where was the lower lows? Like how Mr.Peden said, where was that last level of support? Where was that last level of resistance? Where is a strong level of resistance, right? And there's other stuff that you're probably going to get, more knowledge on and more details on as you go through this boot camp through the whole week. But I'm giving you insight on where you need to start looking. A lot of individuals come into the space and want to trade Fibonacci's and do other different things. But I want you guys to understand, when you keep it simple with support and resistance and learn price action, how to trade price action, you'll understand what Forex pairs that you want to actually start trading. So that's why I got into the gold pairs, and I got into the gold pair. And I trade a little bit of silver, but I didn't really like the price action on silver. But I got into gold, and I got into the GBP pairs and everything. That put me into a motion to where I realized, I'm like, if I could have something this simple, if I'm trading this simple, and it took me a whole, I want to say 2 years to master, right? And I want to say master because if you're not learning, you're dying. There's always things that you can learn in the markets, right? There's always, because the market's always changing. I want you guys to understand, the markets never stay the same. Every single year, they have to shift the markets, because if that's the case, a lot of people's gonna make money. And that's what turns people into a whirlwind spin when it comes down to creating expert advisors. So when I understood that, it made me more in tune on how to develop expert advisors. And me understanding that you want to trade pairs that have a lot of volume and the price action is good made me understand that, what pairs I need to do when it comes down to trading with expert advisors. Because all expert advisor is an expert advisor, a tool that you utilize to be able to go into the markets to do automated trading. We have indicators that you put on the charts, right, that allows you to be able to see the chart in a certain manner to be able to take trades. But there, with expert advisor, it's all fully automation with it. And when it came down to understanding, the best tools for automation, I had to realize what pairs were going to be the most beneficial when it comes down to automation. And one of the biggest things, if you ever look at track records of anybody's expert advisors or anything, the biggest pair that they always use is always going to be gold, because the price action is true. And when it comes down to expert advisors, you want to keep it simple. Again, this is not going to be a long, my part's not going to be long and overdrawn, because it's pretty straightforward and straight to the point. And if any individual, again, it's not going to be cheap, but if any individual ever wanted to make an expert advisor, there's other people that's probably better than me, but I understand what it takes to be able to create a tool. If there's anybody that wants to be able to get involved in creating expert advisors, I will give you the support email that you need to contact in order for you to be able to create your own expert advisors. Again, when it comes down to using expert advisors too as well, it's not just you finding the pairs, it's finding the best platform to trade onto as well. So when it came down for me understanding how I want to make my expert advisor, it's coming down to different things when it comes down to price action, right? And using the MACD and everything, moving averages. And of course, there's other little things. As you understand how the markets move, you can make your software get involved into a situation to where it takes small 20 pip take profits and have, of course, extended stop loss, especially when it comes down to the certain pair that you're trading in order to capitalize. When it comes down to expert advisors, you cannot have your expert advisor, or you cannot, when you're looking at an expert advisor, the worst thing that an expert advisor could do is trade like a manual trader. It's two different things. When it comes down to manual trading, it's a little bit more strategy that you have to have when it comes down to manual trading, right? There's a little bit more technicals. You have a situation where you can take partial, take profit. You can move your stop loss into take profit, into profit too as well. There's different things you could do when it comes down to manual trading. Where people don't know how to identify a good software is they start to think that it has to trade manually. The biggest no-nos when it comes down to trading softwares is martingale softwares. And what is martingale? Martingale means that when you have a software that comes in and it takes one position and they'll take another position and it multiplies and keeps going, cost averaging up in different levels. So the biggest thing that I learned is when I first got into this space, I of course, I was involved in martingale softwares and I understood how to be able to capitalize off of martingale softwares and make it more of a cost average type of software and everything. So when I saw that and I started to see that, I started to realize how to identify who has a good software or not. And there's different type of softwares out there that people don't understand. Like when it comes to expert advisors, especially if you find a good one that have good percentages. Of course, throughout the beginning of this year, when I had my expert advisor onto Sway Markets, because that's what I use, the best platform in my personal opinion when it comes down to trading with the raw spreads and everything. So get back to the person and invite you to this call, whoever you got with on this call. Make sure you go get the Sway link from them and create a Sway account with them, so that moving forward, coming this year, when we release back our softwares, you'll be able to take advantage of our expert advisor tools. But I was able to put a software onto the platform and was able to generate about 278% in 9 weeks with the platform. Why was that even possible? One, because Sway Markets has a great contract size when it comes down to US 30. So the next pair that I replaced my GBP pairs with US 30. I'm not gonna lie, I became in love with Dirty 30 this year. I started to realize that the price action was really good. It was able to make my customers a lot of money, and I was able to develop something that people could actually print money out. Is it something for the long term? Possibly. But when it comes down to expert advisor, you have to have the proper mindset. When you make an expert advisor and when you're getting involved in an expert advisor, you want to make sure that you're taking profit. A lot of people make 200 something percent, but the problem was when the markets go crazy, if you was to take profit initially and took out the whole 200 something percent, and then we went into a situation to where it's crazy drawdown and you set your risk parameters on the platform for 50% stop loss, you're already playing with house money and all you're doing is losing out on a little bit of profit that you actually have left. So when it comes down to expert advisors, you want to have the risk to reward high because the market is forever changing, like I said. If I created a software in earlier the year when there's a lot of volume on that pair, the worst years to trade to have your software really, the worst part of the year to have your software really trading is November and December. That's when you have to really micromanage your software. So even when you invest into a expert advisor, you want to make sure that you're putting money that you can afford to lose, right? A lot of individuals come into this space and trying to get rich quick. You're only going to be able to probably make a good living to potentially become rich quick if you create a system within yourself as far as creating an expert advisor or utilizing, of course, as we're going to have in the future, again, when we bring it back up with Sway Markets, the copy trading service and being strategic on how you go about it. Imagine if you found an expert advisor or somebody in your community, or again, if you wanted to go through my company and be able to make an expert advisor and you utilize it and put it onto the platform, the Sway Markets platform. Now you can charge your own profit share splits to be able to make money. See, when it comes down to expert advisors, it's so simple to where I could just end this call in 5 minutes and tell you, hey, this is what it is, and that's that. Come through my company and be able to get an expert advisor. But understanding the psychology of creating an expert advisor and how to understand that Forex is a business will make you understand how you could turn expert advisors into money-making machines for yourself and for other individuals. See, with my gold software, I made it more, even though it's still profitable, it's not as volatile as US 30. So I made it more of a long-term investment to where you can have your software run for a long time. And there's a good sign if you have softwares that you see that are given, like, say, for example, 10 to 15% a month, because now you see for a whole year data sheet, that means that it's something more for the long term. The biggest thing is you want to see how consistent a software is when it comes down to investing into it. But at the same time, you want to make something that's consistent enough for an investor. If you're charging, let's say, a 40% profit share split, that their 60% is valid enough to be able for them to invest into your system, right? And now you're able to make money off of a whole multitude of people when it comes down to it. Imagine being able to take, let's say, 40% from 100 individuals that collectively probably put in $100,000 and you profited $10,000 within 2 weeks. You done made $4,000 off of making people 60% returns in 2 weeks, right? Let's just, this in a month, let's say that, or let's say in a whole, and again, this is just one software tool. This is just one expert advisor. You could have multiple different ones. So when you understand how you can start to generate expert advisors or get people involved into expert advisors based off of the risk appetite, you'll be able to turn Forex into a business. So let me tell you a bigger advice. When I went into this Forex space, I had to get money in order for me to make money to invest into expert advisor, right? So it wasn't like, the stuff that Mr.Peden is showing you guys how to capitalize in the market. The biggest thing is when you make that money, I said it before, when you make money in the Forex market, this is a tool. The Forex market is not for you to get rich. The Forex market is to provide extra income for you to invest, to be able to make calculated risky investments in order for you to make more money to be able to invest, right? So if I'm in the Forex market, I'm learning everything from the community and I'm able to capitalize off of everything everybody said throughout the week. But what you can take from my segment of this call is being able to take the money that you have and invest into turning your community and making a business out of it, right? The biggest thing when it comes down to expert advisors is you want to, again, people are investing into IRAs, every different thing, stocks and all this different type of stuff. When you could provide an outlet for them, it makes it easier. Whether you're putting them onto a copy trading service platform too as well, even if you don't have a fully automation system like yourself, taking these skill sets that you're learning within this community and creating an automated system through the copy trading service manually to them, to other people, that is still fully automated software for them, because all they have to do is plug their money in and all you have to do is follow the stuff that Mr.Peden and the whole community is talking about and being able to take a trade. So imagine if you was able to say, let me tell you how a copy trading service works so you can make money. And there's a difference between a copy trading service and a PAM. So if you have a PAM account, right, and the PAM account is collective funding. So in a PAM account, everybody's investing in, and the actual trade manager, which would be myself or yourself, would trade the whole amount of money. So collectively, if I got $100,000 in a PAM account, if I made 10% in that week and I charge a profit split of 50-50, the individual will make 50% of the profit and I make 50% of the profit with that week collectively, right? Again, that's one way of doing it. But now let's say you're on Sway Markets and you're doing a copy trading service and you're trading your main account. Let's say it's you wanted the minimum investment to come in for people to buy in at $500. You have your main account at $400. Everybody buys in at 500, right? Because that's the minimum deposit that you require for your community. And now within your community, you guys are taking trades. Let's just say in your community, you're making like 10% in a week. Maybe there's some signals. Maybe you could narrow it down, figure out where can you find the best signals or best, best signals or something, or if you have a trading strategy that works and utilize it, now you're being able to create yourself an automated system on a platform. Again, it's not going to be coding anything, but you have to start somewhere. You want to be able to create familiarity with your community for automation, because some people know about automation, but some people don't. So the easy way to be able to get and turn your business, your Forex into a business, is taking advantage of copy trading services within a community that are giving possibly great signals or have good tools that be able to help you make great trades. And now you're able to now use that copy trading service and create automation for people to where now you create an actual demand, right? There is no demand if there's no supply. So in order for me to be able to now get people to want my expert advisor, because it's easier said than done to make an expert advisor, right? Again, it costs money, but how can you get people to now buy into what you're selling? Just because I have an expert advisor doesn't mean that everybody within this community knows that I have an expert advisor. A lot of you probably didn't know I have an expert advisor, right? But now you do. But imagine if I don't and I have my own in the community. I have to bring something to them to be able to now understand how they can make automation. The biggest way to be able to be profitable with an expert advisor in business is to be able to make people money. So I feel like the baby steps in order for you to take that step, in order for you to create an expert advisor, is finding a good community when it comes down to manual trading. So that's why I always take manual trading serious. understanding it, because when it comes down to expert advisors, even if you have an expert advisor, you still want to understand the markets. You just can't just come in and say everything is automated, right? It's automated to a certain degree. You still have to put manual management on it. Just like how if you have AI in the future in this world, you're gonna have AI technology, but do you really feel like you want an iRobot situation to where your whole robot takes over completely? No. This is why the knowledge is still gonna be key, because the market's always forever changing. You always want to be able to make adjustments. The worst thing is being one-dimensional. If you have an expert advisor and you don't know how to shift it, then you won't be able to adjust. All expert advisor is an assistant. So when you look at an expert advisor, it's not always, when you're looking at somebody else's expert advisor, you never want to just say, hey, can I join your copy trading service or what software you have? Is, are they actually doing manual management behind it? Again, things happen in the market. There is no perfect, and this is where I want you guys to, trading psychology. Nothing is guaranteed in this market. All we can do is make calculated risk. I'm gonna say that again. Nothing is guaranteed in this market. All we can do is make calculated risk. I could be very transparent. I had a whole copy trading service that made 300%, and I had clients within 4 months made 478% on their account. And again, a lot of people took profit, but there's a group of people that didn't take profit. When that situation happened in the market to where America printed out, I want to say like $760 something billion for the war, the market shifted and I missed it. I missed getting out early, out and just breaking even, and people were upset because they took a loss. Even though I told them set your stop loss still on the copy trading service. You done made 300 or 400 something percent, but now you take a loss, you're upset. You want to have the proper expectation and mindset when it comes to Forex. You never want to come in, even when you're manual trading, the worst thing that you could do is revenge trade and trade with a need, right? You don't want to do that. So people think that just because you're going automated side, that you can't have the same mindset with it too. No, you have to have the same mindset with it. Honestly, going automated is a little bit more riskier than manual trading. I'm just being very transparent. But if you make calculated risk, you'll be able to find the proper automation system to be able to get involved with, so that you understand you put a certain amount of money in to get a certain amount of money out. Don't put some money that you can't afford to lose. And if you can't afford to lose some money, you want to put enough money to where you can capitalize to be able to pull money out too as well. That's the biggest thing. So now when it comes down to making an automation system, you want to make sure that you are keeping it simple. You find a strategy that you like at the end of the day. The biggest thing before I actually was able to make an expert advisor is I figured out what things do I like in the markets? How would I, based off a strategy that I have, what can I utilize onto automation to make it to where it's fluent? It has to be simple too as well. That's why I'm offering a service come next year. I was going to offer it earlier. I did make about, I want to say 2 individual software, but I am opening up the doors. I don't have the specific price points yet. So you can have inquiries about it if you want to, but I am making expert advisors for people. It's not going to be cheap. I'm not going to lie, but you're going to have to come with your own strategy. You're going to have to come with a concept that you actually like. I know a lot of individuals were nervous about creating expert advisors before, because I saw a lot of people that go on Fiverr and other places and they don't get their files. I want you to understand, if you don't get the source code to your file, you don't actually own your software. You don't. So when it comes down to anybody making a software through my company, you'll be able to get your source code, and of course you'll be able to test out the software, and you'll be able to access to adjustments and updates. I saw you have a question, Mr. P.
No, I was actually inquiring to see if anyone else had any questions, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, I was just asking. You guys have any questions, throw them in the chat for Calvin, but go ahead, Calvin. I didn't want to interrupt. I was just asking them.
Oh, no, most definitely. So, no, and honestly, again, it's pretty straightforward. I wanted to be able to give you guys a proper mindset when it comes down to expert advisors, how powerful they can be. I was able to go into situations to where I worked with a company, especially MLM company. I've gotten millions of dollars unknowingly by referring a lot of people to these companies, and they paid a monthly subscription, but a lot of people blew their accounts because a lot of these network marketing companies, because of the rules and regulations as a network marketing company, they had to deal with the CFTC. So there's certain things that you couldn't put into your software, or automation was not allowed in the US. So there was a bounds that I had when it comes down to referring people. When I realized how powerful it was to start my own business with it, I had to take that leap of faith. And is a big leap of faith, because if you don't build up your clientele, if you don't have the proper tools out there, and you start blowing people's accounts, that's the worst thing. Best advice I could give you when it comes down to using expert advisor, you either want to, again, it all depends on the network that you're dealing with. You want to use your own real money, testing it out. You never want to put an expert advisor out there without being tested for at least 30 to 90 days. 30 days if the results looking great, 90 days so you can give enough data to be able to make any adjustments, right? You want to be able to use live money. Demo is not always accurate when it comes down to using live money. Not all strategies are going to work. So the best pairs to be able to make an expert advisor with would be with US 30 and gold, potentially NAS 100 too as well, and S&P. Of course, there's other pairs. It's very hard to be able to use crypto because it's very volatile. So I wouldn't advise that. But again, anything can be tested. That's my biggest advice. If you have a strategy that works for crypto, that's simple, anything can be tested when it comes down to making a software. So if anybody on this call wants to be able to inquire about making their own expert advisor, when I actually come up with a price point for next year, because I'll open that up, all you have to do is go to support@infinitycapitalglobal.com. Support@infinitycapitalglobal.com. I'm going to make sure I put a professional situation together to where people sign contracts. We have contracts together. Every individual will be able to still have my support team when it comes down to making adjustments on their software tool. The worst thing that you can actually do is being able to get a software that you don't own. Like I said, somebody gives you the file, but there's a lock on it. Somebody gives you the file, but you don't have your source code to be able to make, adjustments and to be able to put your brand on your stuff, right? As well as being able to now have access to support team that will be able to make any adjustments on your software that needs to get adjusted with. Of course, somebody that you can actually contact when it comes down to making things happen, because the worst thing is getting involved with somebody that you don't know. Of course, you don't know me as well, but at least you have a liaison that I'm connected with. I'm on the Sway platform. I will be having more expert advisors on there. I will be working with this community on some close things when it comes down to creating tools out there for you guys too as well. But for individuals that want to be able to make Forex a business for themselves and be able to now capitalize and start to charge their own fees. And, again, one thing that I did too as well, expert advisor, I want to tell you, like, it's so simple. I have people on Sway platform, right? And I provided a service, no expectations. The biggest thing is if you give the smallest expectation for anybody, I told individuals you make about 10 to 15%, but you'll be able to get the software yourself. Of course, the biggest thing, you never want to give individuals your files. It's 2023. You give somebody a file, it's over. Again, if you want to start an expert advisor business, I advise you guys to do it the right way. I'm hustling it, but I'm gonna be working towards doing it the right way. Get your Series 3 and 34 license. YouTube it, look it up, get your Series 3 and 34 license so you can at least protect yourself, so you could be a little bit more credible when it comes down to getting involved with people with bigger money. You want to get your Series 7's license to be able to give actual financial advice, right? But when it comes down to managing maybe a PAM or something, a legitimate PAM on the Sway platform or somewhere else, or you could actually now if you have a good software, you can actually create a whole hedge fund to where you can promise people 2%. When you have individuals that want less, I promise it becomes more, because now you create a situation to where if IRAs are giving people 1% a month and you can provide a platform that gives 3% a month, it's less risk, but now you have the background for yourself to be able to capitalize over that. So getting a Series 3 and 34 license will be powerful for you guys. But the biggest play that I did on Sway Markets was I have an exclusive software that I give to people. So you either can go part of my copy trading service, right? Or I create a situation to where for limited time only, people could pay a yearly subscription of $3,500 and come in. So what does that do? It creates an option. People like options. Again, I'm showing you guys, it's not too much I could give you information about expert advisors. You got to dive into it, but I'm giving you guys how to create a business around it. So when you provide options for individuals, when you go to a shoe store, any clothes store, you like options, right? So if I gave somebody an opportunity to say, hey, you can become a part of this copy trading service or automation system right here, or PAM account, and we're doing a 60-40 split here. This is the gains for this one. We're doing a 50-50 split here. These are the gains for this one. This is a risk reward with that one. Or here's what I did to where I make a good amount of money in a short term is I'm charging people $3,500 annually, and I tell people for the first 25 people, you could come in and you can get a personal account. Why is that powerful? If you have a software that you're able to trade lots with, and you're able to get people onto the broker under your affiliate link, now you get to get paid lot rebates. Now you're able to have your community refer their referral link to other people under their referral link, and now they get to buy the software directly through you. And you want to be able to create a system. How's the system going to work? The system is you want to find a good VPS service. Again, I could give more advice and on different insight on what VPS service to go through, but you can do your research too as well. You want to find a good VPS service. Why is that powerful? Because if you have a good VPS service and you build your relationship with them, now you can have multiple softwares that you manage on the server. That's how you, like, again, people don't know, like, okay, how do I start here? So once I get the expert advisor, what do I have to do? You have to get a trusted VPS platform that has enough gigs to be able to manage the actual software on the platform. You're going to come up with your bottom line price. So I have a VPS service that I have a relationship with my partner that's over in the Philippines as an actual friend. This is not a person that, I just met online and said, hey, I met online, I went to him in person. I want you guys to understand how far I took this, advantage of this skill set. I wanted to be able to go meet with my individuals and actually build my relationship with them. How did I meet this person? On Facebook. I want you guys to understand, the more tight-knit that you are with your developer, even if you don't use me as a developer, right? Or my team, at least. Finding your developer, you want to make sure you have a relationship. You understand who they are, any different, what they've done in the past, how much can you trust them? Of course, when it comes to business, trust is, and then it's up in the air. I have partners that I work with that's try to steal from me, and I have partners with that got away with certain things. But I want you guys to understand that working with overseas individuals is probably the best thing, especially if you can meet them in person and you pay them handsomely, because now if you build a relationship with them, their loyalty is to you because you pay. Their loyalty is you in the business, right? So now you want to find a great VPS service. Once you have that VPS service, you want to email them and figure out, okay, how much volume can I bring to this VPS service that will allow you to give me a better price point on being able to get a whole bunch of accounts on here? Because you don't want to go on a port like Forex, VPS.net, where they're charging $30-something a month. You can if you want to, but now you got to think about it. Okay, cool. If I want to go two different routes about it, I could charge $3,500 for the year, and maybe I want to now put somebody on Forex VPS.net and I create the server for them. Now I got to do $3,400, or I got to do $34 because that's how much it costs per month times 12 and take that out of the initial of $3,500, right? To be able to pay that for the year. And then at that point, now you want to be able to now have money to put to the side for it to be able to do anything when it comes out to adjustments for your business. Now, if you like myself that has a good VPS service that I got connected with, my VPS service, I'm able to now get it for $10 a month, but I'm able to put 4 accounts on one VPS. So you got to do your research and build your relationship with these VPS platforms. Long story short, there's individuals that I didn't even know that now have their own VPS service or company that you probably don't know about that you could connect with them too as well. That's the biggest thing. After that, you got your software on there. You're able to now manage the tools on the back end. Once you're able to manage the tools on the back end, now you're able to create a whole company business around it. Once you want to make sure you have a support email. Everybody never do a support Telegram. The worst thing you ever do when it comes down to expert advisor is doing support Telegram, because again, it sounds messed up and crazy, but because there's a lot of new people in this space, there's a lot of people that will probably see a little bit of drawdown and discourage somebody that's so new to the space about the experience with the software, even though they're not actually experiencing drawdown too as well. So the biggest thing that you never want to do when it comes down to creating a business around EAs is creating an actual Telegram for it. No, big no. Of course, unless you can go and deal with the fire, you really have you have a trusted source and you know your software is really good, then yeah, I want you guys to understand people are gonna cuss you out. But you want to make sure that you have a good customer service email. You want to create an actual business platform around it. I advise not actually using a Gmail account for your email. Actually go to GoDaddy, buy a domain, and then create an actual business email from there. That way you could actually manage emails better. at the end of the day. You want to create a professional environment for individuals to be able to want to invest with you. I learned, again, it's so small things like that, but I had people that had, again, I'm still hustling it, but I still have people that invested $500,000 to $1 million with me because of how professional I set it up. You do not need a website. It's not necessary. If you need one, you can, but it's not necessary at all. It's more so the professional setup for it. If you want to be able to create something simple, as far as like a landing page for people to be able to contact you. So if you're on a budget, you could use ClickFunnels. I like ClickFunnels. I know other people have other platforms. ClickFunnels is the easiest thing for me. You could go onto YouTube, find different things. If you want to collect emails, I use Aweber and everything, create a whole business platform around it. So now I can collect emails and do follow-up email blasts when it comes out to Aweber. Aweber is 30 days. After that, 30 days free. And then after that, it's $20 a month. Again, I'm just showing you guys how to create the EA business from there. And once you do that, now you have a whole professional situation. You have your whole business in place. And all you need from there is results. You want to stick to a specific broker. You don't want to, I know a lot of individuals say, I can use any broker or anything different. Yeah, that's cool. But when you keep everything in-house and you're connected when it comes down to a specific broker, you understand how to make your software around that broker based off of contract size. So let me give you a perfect example. If I trade US30 on Sway Markets, a 0.01 that's on, let's just say, another broker is not the same as 0.01 that's on Sway Markets. On Sway Markets is actually, the contract size is 10. So that means I could trade a 0.01 on another broker, technically is 0.10 on Sway Markets. So what does that mean for me? That means I could actually trade US30 on smaller account sizes. If I was to trade a 0.01 on an expert advisor on another broker, and somebody came in and I didn't know, they'll blow their account. So knowing these different little things, understanding the broker, understanding everything is going to be the biggest insight when it comes down to creating an expert advisor. Understanding how to do a whole professional layout on a budget for your business when it comes down to expert advisor business is going to be key. And then from there, once you actually put those in place and you get your first clientele, then you can start putting out on social media different results. And that's how I was able to turn myself in a situation to where I was a manual trader, still am. I was able to come from making 6 figures just off of marketing, but I was able to make an extra 6 figures just off of being able to create a business off of this out of thin air. I didn't have no network for it. I created the space for it. I got my first 5 clientele. I promoted their results. From there, they got results. They were excited. They referred people. I created a whole situation for it. And I was able to create a business out of it to where each and every year I make 6 figures minimum off of people joining my service when it comes down to expert advisors. I want you guys to understand it's not hard creating a business when it comes down to EAs. It's just understanding the manual side of things. So you're part of a great community. And of course, take advantage of this boot camp. Find a strategy that you like. Then contact a developer or go to support@infinitycapitalglobal.com. Inquire about my EA service when it comes down for anybody wanting to make an EA. You get your pricing from there. If you want to go do your research on other people that do that, go do your research. I'm not going to be the liaison for you guys. I'm going to give you guys an outlet. But I want you guys to understand the expert advisor business is a big business. It's just like gambling. No matter what, and again, I'm going to just keep it real with you, just like Forex. It's like gambling. People love that. People love the rush. No matter what, you could see somebody go into the casino, go to the slots all day, probably lost $10,000, right? It doesn't matter. As long as you provide something that could be profitable though, and you understand to give the proper expectation, I promise you, people that don't really have a skill set when it comes down to manual trading, but have a network where they could actually create Forex into a business, you'll be able to make money with expert advisors as creating a platform for people to be able to get automation. Maybe you may not be the best manual trader, but I promise you, monitoring your expert advisor on a day-to-day basis will make you a better trader if you believe it or not. You want to know why? Because you're watching the charts all day to make sure that you're managing correctly. You start to see and understand that's how the market moves. The reason why I got involved, this reason why I love trading US30 manually now, wasn't because I started off manually trading US30. It was because I wanted to create a software that was more volatile enough to be able to give small accounts more money, and swing markets had a better contract size of US30. And I was watching the charts for 30 days straight all day. And I'm like, yo, US30 does the same damn thing all the time. Now, when I started to see that, I started to learn how to trade US 30 off of price action based off of supply and demand, support resistance, right? And now I was able to now do my manual trading off of that. So again, you can reverse engineer the skill set by watching your expert advisor too as well. It sounds crazy, but when you actually start getting into this space, you'll start to understand when you're watching the chart so much, you'll be able to learn how the software is taking trades, and you start to add it into your actual skill set too as well. So that's all I have for you guys. If you want more information again about create your own EA, support at infinitycapitalglobal.com, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Jeez. Y'all give it up. Put some fire, put some gems, put it all in the chat. I told you to have your pens and papers out. I hope you listened. I definitely hope you listened. Thank you so much, Calvin, for the knowledge you dropped. The passion you have is contagious, and we're so hyped for what's to come. Everyone, I'm so happy that you are here. I hope this knowledge that you gained from today's session will empower you to seize opportunities, make informed decisions in the dynamic world of global currencies. And this is only day one. This is our kickoff. Tomorrow we will have QB Stu, Ron the Creator, and Mr. Gordon Clark, okay? So please tap in as we will be discussing the frontline approach. Thank you so much again for tuning in with us. And as y'all know, PIP'N ain't easy, but somebody got to do it, and it might as well be us, baby. Let's go! Tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your girl, Toshaleza. It's been an honor and a blessing to be here with you guys all night long. So we are out.